Yeah. We put in work and here's the proof. What you want?
I'm making moves, punching in.
I'm on it too.
I'm in the gym.
I'm in the stew.
It's hunting season.
Where's the food?
We push each other daily, level up.
Cause that's what brothers do.
Clock in.
Okay. Ooh, hey, I'm getting nice with this joint, dog. Come on, man. I'm getting nice, man. Episode 33.
Scottie Pippen episode.
Scottie Pippen.
Patrick Ewing was 33. Right?
Yeah, he was. Let it ride out, man. Yeah, y'all know how we do, man. Every episode, just trying to set the vibe right, man.
Got to,
That's all.
Got to, man.
That's all.
Clocked in. Clocked in.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna write. I say this every episode, but I'm gonna write something down with you.
What's up? We ain't trying to have a battle next episode.
We can. You want that?
But we gotta do it like Rap City the basement. So we gotta be in that room. For those who can't see, there's like a little like overflow room. You know what I'm saying? You know how in church they got the overflow room with the glass so people can see the service? There's a little room over there. You know what I'm saying? We can get that Rap City the basement vibe.
Yeah, we got a nice little environment right now.
I'm feeling the vibe today, man. I'm feeling the energy. We got some special guests, man. But you gotta introduce ourselves first. We don't gotta start it right away, but you already know what it is, man. Marshall Hamilton here, co-host, Clock in the Podcast.
Marshall Hamilton here, man. Episode 33. As always, we appreciate y'all all over the world. YouTube, you know what I'm saying? All the DSPs. It's all up, man. Clock in family. And,
everyone's invited, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, it's not exclusive, it's inclusive. Everyone's
I
invited.
like that.
That should be a shirt. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yes, sir. We taking flight, man. You already know.
Hey, man.
That might have been the best intro.
We got the best intro game in the industry. I don't care if no one says.
In the industry?
In the industry. Our intros are top 5, man. I don't care if no one says.
Better than Howard Stern, better than Joe Budden.
All that, man. Look, man, I don't know about the rest of the podcast, but the intro's top 5. The rest of the pod, I drum may be like 86 or something, but the intro's top 5.
That's right.
The intro's top 5. But look, man, we got Gruss in the building, man.
Hold on, let me get the drop. Let me get the drop
ready.
We on our hustle, our grind and our hustle.
Get your clocks ready.
Yes, sir.
Who else we got?
We got Mr. Fooley, aka Nico.
Who else?
We got Neighborhood Nip, man.
Oh yeah. Can you
talk about that real quick.
Definitely show him some love, man. On that.
Plug. Can you?
One, but he's two. Like.
All right, so
plug that real quick.
Yeah. Rap about that one time so people know what's up.
Nip is in America's favorite pet competition. I don't know how many people are in it, but right now he's number 2, top 5.
Not two.
We gotta get him to 1.
He's number 2. It's alright though.
He's actually
number 2. But I think it ends on Thursday for the top 5.
Okay.
But it goes until like March. And if he wins, he gets featured in a magazine.
That's what's
so
up.
You get a free vote every day. 1 free daily vote.
Yeah.
So tap in and vote for mine.
Where can they vote at?
It's like a web. I had to send.
You guys send the link.
So link in the
Yeah, we'll put it in the bio.
Yeah. I mean, you have the YouTube, so just throw that joint.
Yeah, niggas ain't good.
We can put it in. We can put it in the IG.
Yeah, we'll put it
in that bio.
Come on, bro. Come on, man.
You good, Nip?
Yeah, we started talking about you. You start acting brand new, man. Come on, man. Nah, Nip get on that magazine cover. He might take us to the top. You know what I'm saying? He might be our chance. He might be our chance.
Pull up. Get a photo shoot here.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Nip. We got 2 special guests here. one of the things that Austin and I and Eric, Nico have been talking about is how do we broaden the reach of the podcast or the Clock In brand, the message, and how do we start monetizing off the podcast so we can make it better and pay the people that are putting the work into it. That's
and that's what it's about.
More important to us.
It's not about us pocketing this. Like, nah, we want to, reward the people that help us put in the work and make the product what it is. So
yeah, we just show up and talk. The rest of the stuff that makes it good,
we do the easy part.
Is Eric and Nico and a good high school friend, Katie Capito's in the building. Shout out to Katie.
What's up, Katie?
She's gonna act like she's shy and everything, but she's really not. She's really not that shy. So Katie, when did you start your marketing company?
Come on,
just
Katie.
tell us when.
I started last year during quarantine as well.
Okay, so it's KCQ Marketing, right?
Correct, yeah.
KCQ
Marketing.
KCQ.
So that's KASEYQUE Marketing.
QU.
QU Marketing. See?
Yeah.
See, this is why I need you to say it, because I'm going to mess it up.
Yep.
It's KASEYQU Marketing.
And the IG is at what you just said, right?
Correct.
So at...
We'll get it on the screen.
Yeah, we'll put it on the screen, so y'all got to look at YouTube. But she's helping a lot of, local brands and businesses and even, outside of this area broaden their reach. So, we talked about potentially working together. So we just told her, come feel the vibe. Like, come see how we rock.
Fellow Hornet,
you know what I'm saying? The other, you know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Another her and the Hornet in the building.
Right.
Another local person that, like I said, we want to keep this thing close and tight. And then we're not gonna hold this against them, but we got Andrew here. You know what I'm saying? He's getting some nice flicks. Taking photos and we went to South Lakes. We need like a villain. We need a villain. Yeah.
That type of stuff.
Yeah, but he went to South Lakes, which is our rival. But I will say, man,
love, though.
Good energy, man. As soon as I, this is how you know it's good energy. You know how like you meet somebody and they give you this regular dap.
Yeah.
He pulled me in. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It was the forearm, the forearm, the chest first, and then you back up and then you cuff it. All right. Some of y'all need to learn how to dap. Actually, some of y'all daps is
This is corny.
It's just like
corny.
Y'all need to learn how to dap, man. You gotta cuff it every time. Yeah. First of all, a select few people can snap after the dap. There's very few people who can.
It's more of a Southern thing, I think, because like when I went to school in the South, like a lot of people out there did it. But I know like out here, it's like, nah, no,
you ain't out here snapping.
I don't know what that snap is.
Someone might hit you back in the day. Someone might hit you with this joint.
Hey,
I
can't even fit it. Wait, hold up. With like Randall and them.
Yeah. Every time. That's the only time I did it. But remember, Corey Guns is what got us put us on to that.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we was watching like a Smack DVD at Eric's school.
Shout out to
the whip freestyle.
Yeah, and I don't even know what to call it. The L, the point. I don't know.
I think it signifies something.
Yeah, it's affiliated. It's something affiliated.
We're not gonna get into that, but
we're not affiliated.
I don't know about the snap around it. Like y'all both snap.
I've seen that joint.
I've seen that too. I've seen a joint where like there was one in Sterling. It was like you go all the way up and then all the way down. Like you would. It was wild. It was like your hands were fighting each other.
Yeah, see,
that's amazing.
Yeah, that's too much for me, man.
Next level. I remember.
Only here at the Clock in the podcast, you get a deep dive into that breakdowns, man. That's why we're the best local pod in the game.
Facts. No, there's a lot we can do with. We need to do like a dap reel.
Top
like
5
a TikTok joint.
That would be good.
Daps,
that'd be good.
Yeah, we need to because some people
daps,
they need
handshakes. Yeah, handshakes included, like NBA or.
That might be our next top 5.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah,
Daps.
That might be our next top.
Monte Ellis had the best dap, and I'll leave it at there.
Yeah, nah, his joint stuff for sure. But look, we like to just rap about whatever to start it off. So, we talked about Valentine's Day last week. It was last Sunday. Kind of, what we expected. And it was interesting, man. I got to start
For
it
you
off with some spice.
On some personal?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, man.
Okay.
I was cooling, man. You hear me? But on social media, which is a different world. We're going to talk a lot about social media being a different world today. There's a lot of...
don't get me started with this.
There's a lot of just foolery and people, just putting too much into their
It's not
persona.
real, guys.
Yeah.
It's not real life.
Use it for the right reasons. But anyways, our guy, Gerard Curlew, man, we known him for a minute. He went to Herndon for a little bit. I saw him post this. He said, "Know your worth, kings. You made her your Valentine's and she posted gifts, dinner, hotel, but not you."
I see old heads, they getting in them flicks now. They getting in them joints.
Hey, look,
They
though.
finally made it.
But we talked about how it's not for us. Like, this day is not for us.
They're taking
Right?
their place.
And I seen all these, like, it's funny because a lot of the people who posted, the gifts and not the person, which, look, that's your right. But y'all swear y'all was about to be Valentine's list, and y'all was about to be cool with that, right? I'm gonna be my own Valentine. Da, 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 da. All right, bet. All you needed, honestly, whole time, like, for a lot of them, someone just had to ask. That's it. That's it.
It was that easy.
Because a lot of the Valentines probably weren't dudes that they wanted to even, like, cuff them or even they're like that interested in. It was just, I need a reason to go post that someone is taking care of me on Valentine's Day. Some of it may be, look, I want to be low key. It's none of y'all's business. But
that option.
I just don't post anything.
I like that option.
If I'm not dating you, I'm not posting.
Yeah.
Like,
Nobody needs to know.
I'm out at dinner with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Unless some people are trying to, make someone mad or jealous. Like, it's just, again, this is petty stuff. Just immaturity, right? But yeah, man, like, if she ain't post you, bro, and she was, talking about X, Y, and Z and basically acting like she was for you.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate, though. And we talked about this, but what if y'all aren't at that point yet? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if he isn't committed to you yet? So why would she post you or whoever it is?
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a good point.
If I'm a female and he's not really claiming me, you might know he's still in them streets, right? He's not worth being posted.
But why post the other stuff?
Huh?
But why post the other stuff?
I can't answer that. But I'm just saying, like...
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, in a way. But, maybe she wanted to just kind of show what she was doing.
It was a flex. It's a flex.
Yeah, maybe
man.
it was just a flex. It's okay to flex.
It is alright to flex a little
Especially if you clock in. It's okay to flex. It's okay to flex.
I like that.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah. I'm just being spicy right now because... But it's true, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like... I just seen a lot of posts. And I just see men get killed on social media by all these little memes and just like a lot of these joints, man. They're not the stuff they say they're looking for. They're not looking for. You know what I'm saying? And
it's just the most overrated holiday in society.
Yeah, because a lot of y'all are one and dones. Like you took them out to dinner. You went home, and that's it. Some of y'all are, Calipari, Kentucky recruits.
One and done, man. Straight to the league.
Nah, man. If you're not a 4-year player, in her eyes, you wasted some bread, man.
I had a good Valentine's Day.
Talk a little bit about what you did.
Yeah, shout out to my girlfriend who's actually right next door doing some work. But it was very low key. We ordered like a takeout dinner from Cooper's Hawk. Food was so freaking good. He had like lobster tails. Yeah, it's funny, man, because like when some of your boys were like in relationships, and obviously like, and this shouldn't happen, but it was still funny. But you know, we posted. Of course, we're gonna post the lobster tails.
Oh yeah, you got to.
We're trying to flex.
Yeah, you got to.
Yo, my guy, shout out to Riley, man. Riley hit me like the next day. Was like, "Yo, I seen you posted the lobster tails, man." Like he was sick about it because I already know his girlfriend saw it, and you know she brought it up to him. But no, that was hilarious. But yeah, I mean, we had a good time, man. I actually had Ryder with me too, so literally it's me and Ryder, you know, and Jessica's, you know, across from me, and you know, we enjoyed a nice dinner. You know, had some good wine, but yeah, it was low key, man. She hooked me up with a lot of my favorite goodies. You know, some nice cologne. And yeah, man, you know, she knows how to treat, you know, her significant other. So
yeah,
shout out to her, man.
Shout out to Jessica.
I don't know if she can hear me, but hey, I'm shouting you out, man.
She said thank you.
She got an AirPods in.
Said thank you. All right, man. We talked about a potential top 5 list with the dad.
Oh, I forgot about that.
We just did our first top 5 not contest, but poll for 2021. It was top 5 Black inventions.
Yeah,
Black History Month. So we wanted to make this fun, but also like educational.
Oh, hold on. Let me stop you there. Since you brought up Black History Month, clockandapparel.com just posted the Black History Month edition tees. So please check that out. You know, we got a lot of people that were feeling them joints. So interested to see, you know, what those look like. But again, clockandapparel.com. You know, check out the new Black History Month products. I think y'all will enjoy.
Yeah, man.
I had to plug that real quick.
Yeah, shout out to Osteen. He just thought of it, put it together.
I'm mad I didn't think about it earlier because, you know, the month is about to end, but
it should be
it's Black History Month. Yeah, it's Black History Month. You know, every month.
All year.
Yeah, it's all.
Yeah. We're making history every month.
That's facts.
We're making history every month. So
we celebrate Black every day.
Exactly. So that apparel is going to be up forever.
Yeah.
You know, we're not taking it down. This isn't some, like we talked about a couple episodes ago, this isn't some little, hey, let's monetize our Black History Month for the month and because it's popular. Nah, like, it's important to us. And it's a simple just addition of colors. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Did you see it, Nick? Yeah.
Yeah,
It's tough. You'll like it.
Yeah, you'll definitely like it. But yeah, man, started off the year with an L, man.
How's that feel? I mean, nothing new when you're going up against me, but so for Katie and Andrew, right? So we do these top 5 like polls or whatever. People seem to, you know, enjoy them. So we'll do random things. Like we've done like top 5 fictional fathers, top 5 school lunch items. You know, like stuff that people can relate to, and it's just good engagement. And as Marshall said, this week we did top 5 Black inventions. You know, in honor of Black History Month.
I was up 3-1. You know, we do a 7-game series. I was up 3-1.
You heard of LeBron James, right?
Of course.
He made.
Okay.
I'll say this, Osteen. He kind of sold his soul a little bit for some votes. You know what I'm saying? Instead of keeping it authentic, but
false.
It's all good, man. You know, I'm gonna stay true to myself. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm gonna lose being me.
But there are others who we're not really putting time in. We're not putting the work in. We're not clocking in, so that we can do what God is calling us to do.
So God has a plan for me. Okay. I'm down 0-1. He has a plan. Don't worry. I'm gonna be clocked in.
All right.
I'm gonna be clocked in. But let's get into this list real quick, man. All right. So I'll do my list. I'll talk a little bit about why, and then I'll let Osteen talk about his list. So first, man, first one for me was George Washington Carver, peanut butter.
Yeah, that's. Come on.
Peanut butter. I mean, you don't even have to like peanut butter But I mean,
that's a huge contribution.
Yeah, man. I mean, think about like Reese's Cups. That's all I need to say. Reese's Cups.
Reese's Puff
I know people
cereal.
I know people who don't like peanut butter, but they like Reese's.
Reese's Puff cereal.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you're not allergic though, how can you not like peanut butter?
I don't know.
Crunchy or
you're not a big peanut butter
I go
fan?
smooth. I go
allergic.
Oh, true. Yeah, you're allergic.
I go smooth. I can't do the crunchy.
Yeah. Crunchy is.
You like the crunchy?
I just switched to crunchy.
Oh, word?
I used to be smooth all day. You know,
I
just
both.
switched.
You like both?
No discrimination here.
It do get hard when the bread.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah. You tearing the bread up.
Wonder bread is out.
You got all the holes in the bread.
You got breadcrumbs.
You got
Peanut butter.
You got some like grains on the side, on the rim.
Yep.
On the crust.
I wish someone would make a crunchy peanut butter and jelly sandwich and not tell me they use that joint. I'm out here chipping teeth.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
You know what I'm saying?
Gums bleeding and everything.
Yeah, man.
I enjoy good jellies and jam.
Yeah.
Butter's out.
Yeah. I mean, peanut butter, man, you can't go wrong with that. Legendary. Number 2, The Super Soaker by Lonnie Johnson.
Yeah, that's fire. I can't even say.
Come on, man.
That's fire.
Come on, man. What's up? Oh, yeah, man.
That's fire.
Water fire.
That's just legendary, man. Number 3, The Portable AC Unit by Frederick McKinley Jones. First of all, we need to bring those names back. You know what I'm saying? Fools ain't named Frederick McKinley no more.
No, that's like
You know what I'm saying? These names,
distinguished names, man.
Yeah, man. I'm about to name my son McKinley or something. That's a lie. I'm not about to name him that. But portable AC unit. I'm not even trying to be funny, but for the black community, that was a big thing.
Yeah, I can't even fake. We was on that one.
We had a couple summers. We had the portable AC unit.
Yeah, that joint held us down.
That was clutch.
Yeah, that joint held us down.
A few years.
You think about all the low income housing that's all they had was that portable, or it didn't have to be low income. Like we weren't living in low income housing.
Yeah,
but yeah, like if you don't want to or don't have the ability to pay for centralized AC, or you don't have that in your building or house, you can take that joint anywhere, man.
Yeah.
I just like it. It's a bigger fan, man.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, it gets the job done. Number 4, The Traffic Light Signal by Garrett Morgan. Another one, man. These are things that are affecting lives. Yeah, saving lives.
That's what it comes down to.
Saving lives. It's connected to every part of the city or town you're in.
Yeah.
It's just a safety thing, man. And it's just you can kind of imagine GPS without traffic lights. There would be you wouldn't have any GPS system. In fact, there's the woman who she didn't create a GPS system, but she created a technology that the GPS basically is built on. So we can't say she created it, but just another fact. Then lastly, but not least, you guys have all seen Nutty Professor, right?
Yeah.
Yo, this was a good one. This is hilarious. Right. I can't even fake.
Instant weight loss formula by Sherman Klump. Come on, man.
Classic movie.
He deserved the Nobel Peace Prize.
He might have got that joint on the road.
What else? Pulitzer? I don't know. I don't even know if that's science. I think that's like journalism or something.
That's something else.
Yeah, man.
The Nobel, huh?
He wrote that formula.
Yeah, facts. See,
it's for writing, works outside of science.
Yeah.
Like Kendrick Lamar won the Pulitzer.
Right. Yeah, but he deserves some awards for that, man.
And, literary works of grandeur.
He deserves some awards. All right, man.
Yeah, let me get into mine. So we both had George Washington Carver. That's self-explanatory. But I think this might have been the one, dog. George Crumb invented the potato chips. That might have been the one.
No, I had one last night.
Come on, dog. Like, everybody loves potato chips. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, the dope thing about all these inventions, like, the longevity, man. Like, they're still here. People, you know. I mean, it's like a sample, E. Like, you got a great record, and people flip that constantly throughout the years. Like, that's how you know you made a great product.
Right now, it's like Bob James' Nautilus.
Yeah.
That song was a B-side when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
He said it. He was like, I didn't care about this record. It was just something to fill it up.
Yeah.
And turned out we all flipped it.
Yeah, that's big, man. So yeah, shout out to George Crumb. Number 3, I had Madam C.J. Walker and her hair product specifically for African American women. So again, big shout out.
Yeah, check out that Netflix.
Yeah, it's a good
series.
Good depiction of her story. I mean, you talk about like a hustler, dog. Like, she got after it, man.
She clocked in, for
she
sure.
Clocked in. I want to say she was the first like African American woman entrepreneur or whatever to like reach $1 million. Like,
be a millionaire. Yeah, selling only to the black community.
Literally,
with like the other, and I think that's so it kind of hurt me in a way because I wanted to choose things that like everybody used.
Yeah,
but I think to your credit,
and also the women.
Right. So you're tapping into a different. See,
you know that meme when dudes like, I love that job. Yeah.
But yeah, like she did it selling only to black women.
Yeah. Nah, she's huge, man. Number 4, Alexander Miles, who pretty much like he invented a modification of the elevator door, because before like you could really only open and close it like manually. Yeah. So like from a safety standpoint, from a safety standpoint,
there was a guy whose job was to do it.
Yeah, which is wild.
It was a whole job.
And elevators are scary in the first place, like on the low. So like imagine having like a manual joint where you gotta like close it, and I don't know. But yeah, shout out to him, man. That's a big time investment. Again, going back to safety, like, legitimately saving lives. And then number 5, this is my favorite.
I like this one. I really like this one.
This is my favorite one. For all my Batman heads, y'all know this guy, but Lucius Fox. Batmobile, bat suit. And of course he was played by Morgan Freeman, aka God. Yeah, man. I did it again.
You got.
Let's get it. Let's keep it going. Clock in.
I'll take my L like a man.
You alright?
We good, man.
Okay.
We good. This is the last thing, and then we'll get into some real stuff. To this day, man, I don't understand it. All right, I don't understand it. I don't. So I don't know if it's just. No, it's not. It's not just the resting location. All right, I've seen it at other locations. I don't understand why anyone ever goes through a Chick-fil-A drive-thru.
Wait, what?
A Chick-fil-A drive-thru. That joint is packed at all times of the day.
Bro,
they be moving though.
You gotta be time.
It was snowing and they wasn't even under the little thing.
Yeah,
that joint be moving though.
It be moving. It be moving, but
are you even allowed to go inside now?
Yes. I've been doing this for years.
I've been inside a long
I've been
time.
doing this for years, dog.
Place.
I walk into Chick-fil-A pre-COVID. There's like 3 people in the line. I'm in and out of there.
So you go inside every time?
Every time.
This whole time?
Dog, the one in Reston.
When are you going?
Man, I've gone at all different. I've experimented at all different times of the day.
Okay.
Breakfast is crazy. Lunchtime is crazy. Middle of the day.
I mean,
Chick-fil-A, it is.
It's always crazy. Dog, I went there yesterday.
Family thinks. So
right.
Don't go at like 7.
I mean, if you have kids and you don't want to get them out, I get it. But if you're like, if it's just you or like a bunch of adults, Dog, I went in there.
Sometimes I don't want to get out the car, dog. I got a podcast going. I got a nice groove. I'm like, yo, I'm chilling.
I'm talking strictly like
if you're in a hurry or something
to get, but
put your mask on.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
That's a lot, bro. I was like, yo,
put your mask on, people. You know, we're social distance. Wear your mask.
Yeah, my mask was in there, but yeah, man, like
you by yourself with this one, bro. I ain't going.
Yeah, you got that. I feel like that's why the drive-through has been so popular over the years.
But I'm talking about pre-COVID and during COVID. But pre-COVID, it was the same thing. I'd get in and out of there. I got there.
I go there with the expectation that it's almost like I anticipate it. I love it. I wait for it.
You sound like a mad scientist.
Yeah. Dog, I wait for that. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get chicken. I wait. And I'm just like, oh, well.
But here's my thing, man. Yesterday, bro, I pull up, right? And the way the wrestling one is, depending on which direction you come from, like, I got to make a left to get into the, like, the area.
It's tough to get
I couldn't even, I made a left, dog. I had to go. Well, first of all, I couldn't even.
You had to go around.
I was almost blocking the intersection because there was that many cars. Why would you wait in that?
Yeah.
Well, and I see this all the time. Like, I go around. There's 2 cars in the parking lot. There's 2 people inside. I'm in and out. I'm not waiting in that. Bro.
What time did you go?
It was like 1:33 p.m. Eastern time.
I'll tell you
what
that's
you
need
to
do for your feedback,
especially on the weekend.
Yeah.
You need to fill out one of those surveys when they print out the longer receipt for you. And you get a free sandwich.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean.
And one of the questions on the survey is, yo, did you choose not to go to this Chick-fil-A because of how busy it was when you arrived? And I was like, nah, I'm going to come here every time. Y'all give me free sandwiches.
Respect. Look, I'm just saying, for me, I don't get it, man. If the drive-through line, if it was McDonald's, I get it, it's over. yeah, but
hey, I still be busting the fries though.
Wendy's is OD, and
it's gotta be real late. It's gotta be like,
but
still be busting
early in the morning.
But Chick-fil-A is like that line is always stupid, bro. I to this day, I've actually looked at cars to see like, all right, how long is it gonna take them versus me going in and out, and I win every time.
One of these days, we'll have a conversation about how Chick-fil-A is overrated. Like when you really think about it,
you've been blessed to have a lot of good.
Take away
good food in your family.
Take away the service. Take away how friendly the workers, how friendly they are. The food isn't that great.
Take away the sauces.
Sorry.
Just take away the sauces.
No, take away Chick-fil-A sauce. I don't know if I go to Chick-fil-A.
I think I really go for the fries. I ain't gonna hold you.
The fries are straight.
But do you eat them with sauce?
Of course. You have to
eat them without sauce.
No, I love their sandwiches.
Eat the
their fries is mid. They're not the best fries, but their sauce keeps me coming back.
Exactly.
Their sauce is immaculate.
So and then Popeyes is better than
Popeyes.
No, bro, we did a poll in our office. We literally brought in like 40 Chick-fil-A and Popeye sandwich. Popeyes won by like a landslide.
I just get nuggets or the 5 box from Popeyes,
yeah,
bro. That's it. I don't do
just like
the 2 pieces.
You ever been to Woo Boy?
Yeah, Woo Boy is hitting, but you gonna wait.
You gonna wait and you gonna pay.
Yeah, you
sandwich is like $10,
but you're gonna be full.
It's like my fist on my fist.
You're gonna be full for a day.
Yeah.
It ain't slacking.
It's
and
in
you
Herndon.
gonna pay what you pay if you went to Five Guys.
You know where the
else.
You know where the Dunkin' Donuts is? And like
when
the
you're going
hookah,
to
bar,
you're
I think
going
it's
to
called the China King, all that.
Yeah.
It's right there. Okay. It goes crazy, but it's. I mean, if you get a sandwich and fries, it's gonna be like $12, $13.
But you paying that if you go to Five Guys, you paying that most places now.
Yeah,
it's worth it.
It's definitely worth it
because you get a lot. You'll be able to eat.
That's fine. Leftovers. It's good.
Roman Rooster. I don't know if y'all had that in DC.
Nah.
I've heard good things, but I've yet to.
It's black owned.
Okay.
It's serious.
Say less. We in there.
Yeah, Roman Rooster, man. We'll check that out.
Yeah, we in there.
Make sure y'all tap into that. Hey guys, thanks for clocking in with us and making it this far into the episode. We want to continue these episodes for as long as possible, but we might need your help. If you click on the description on each episode, you'll find a link that reads support this podcast.
If you enjoy keeping up with us, click on that link and you can make a monthly donation. All right, you guys hear enough of me talking anyways, so let's get back into the episode.
Do a feedback post.
Yeah, facts. But yeah, man, want to get into some stuff. Again, we got a game that we got to get to. So,
what time's that joint?
It's at 1.
Okay.
Yeah, 30-minute drive, but it'll be a good one today. It'll be 5-0. This is a rematch of last year's championship, so it should be good. But yeah, man, we had an experience this week that was interesting that we had to talk about. And I posted this, I think 2 days ago, and I said, "There's a saying that real recognizes real, but real also recognizes fake."
Yep.
That may be the name of the episode. Real recognize fake. And here's the thing, we talked in the beginning about how we're looking for ways to broaden the reach and how do we just grow the podcast, at all levels. And there was a person on social media who basically said that they're very good at this, DM me to have a conversation. So we're like, yeah, bet, we'll DM you. We'll kind of give you an idea of what we want to do. She had us fill out the survey. We did that, and then we got on a call with her on Monday of this week, right? So we get on the call, and it's supposed to be 15 minutes, right? First thing she says is, hey, how's your week going? And in my mind, I'm like, it's Monday. It just started.
Literally.
But I wasn't going to be a jerk. But it showed me that's kind of like her canned, like, hey, how's your week going? Yeah, it was just, so I'm like, it's good. First 3 hours of the week have been good.
Of course, how's the weather there?
Yeah, it's typical. I'm in sales. I know how this stuff works, right? So she's like, yeah, my time's valuable, your time's valuable. Only got like 15 minutes, and this basically, asked us some good questions about like what we're looking to do. But every time she like asked us a question, she was basically talking about how, I've created all these brands for myself and I'm a grinder and, I was able to do X, Y, and Z, just bragging. Yeah. Which, I get, like, you got to sell yourself a little bit. And then she starts throwing out, like, different guarantees of ROI, like, 6 figures and eventually millions.
Immediate red flag.
Immediate. Just throw the challenge flag.
Yeah, immediate. And that one's red too, right?
Yeah, it is red. Exactly. Throw the challenge flag. And we're telling her kind of where we're at, right? We're like, look, we're both working 9 to 5s. That's what we're going to be doing for the foreseeable future. And our time is not such that, we're just doing this thing full time, right? So our challenge is, how do we grow the brand and the podcast and all these things with the time we have? What are the best ways to devote our time and energy? And she just, again, it's just kind of like this canned message of like, well, you have more time than you think, and you just got to grind and all these other things. And we're like, well, we get that, but this is where we're at. And she was listening to respond. She wasn't listening to understand. She was just like, basically like Wolf of Wall Street, very aggressive, like,
no outline, no plan.
Yeah.
Well, we can get into that.
So then, basically, the call was supposed to be 15 minutes, and she said this like 4 times. Like, yeah, I know I got to go to a call, but like an hour later, we're still talking. So again, I'm in sales, right?
Red flag. That's
a red flag to me, because you're trying to like create this persona that you're so busy and you have all these things going on. Where if this is me, and I'm in sales in a way where like I'm actually trying to like, sell. Like what we were doing with her is more of like a partnership.
Yeah.
And if I have a meeting, I'm telling the prospect that I'm trying to like get a lot of money from, yo, I gotta go. I'll send you this information. I'm not staying on a call 45 minutes long. No. So that's
45 minutes over.
So we know, and we honestly could have kept talking if we really wanted to, but all right, that's BS. So we get to another call and she's like, yeah,
this is the worst part.
She lists like 4 or 5 things that she's going to do. you know, you get on a call with me twice a month. Consultative call.
Like
you get access to this.
Mark Cuban or something.
Yeah, you get access to these things, and it's a 3-month program. It's gonna be $6,000. So we're like, all right, well, you know, we're gonna need some time to think about this because look, like, we're not making money off the podcast. This is coming out of personal money, right? It's 3 months. She's like, well, I usually give people 24 hours to make a decision. So we're like,
do you have any clients that I can talk to?
So yeah. So then here's what ends up happening, right? So we get off the call because we got, it's past time, right? It's like 1:02 this time. Like we got to get back to work. So we didn't get into all that on the call, but me and him debrief afterwards, we're just kind of like,
no way.
What was that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was that? So then we tell her, we'll talk to you on Friday. We'll talk to you Friday. We'll have a conversation. And then Tuesday, we're like, nah, bump that. She wanted 24 hours notice. We're telling her tomorrow, this isn't happening. Yeah. So I DM her and I'm like, look, it's not the right timing. It's not the right fit.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But mind you, E, this is my thing. Again, we all work in some sort of sale, or me and Marshall at least, work in some sort of sales, industry or whatever. She's saying she can guarantee all this stuff, do all these things for us. Okay, well, where's the data to back it up? Give me case studies. Give me testimonials. Like, I need numbers on how you can help us achieve to where we want to go.
Kind of measurable impact that you.
Give me a one-sheeter. Just give me a one-sheeter of something that you've done. So I hit her, after the call. I'm like, hey, like, can you send over some case studies and testimonials? She's like, yes, we'll send that over as soon as possible. Don't get it to the next day. As Marshall said, she sends us profiles.
3 Instagram profiles. That's it. Just links to profiles. People that she's worked with.
With no, like, hey, this is where your numbers were before, you started working with me. This is where they're at now. None of that. It's just literally like
a shout out back to her.
She literally could have just been like, okay, this account has 40K followers. I'll just send them that. Yeah. And then she followed them because it showed, followed by whoever the person's name is.
Nah,
and I'm like, yo, are you serious? Like, how lazy is that? But it just goes to show that you weren't prepared for.
There's people who would fall for that.
Oh,
that's
exactly.
Crazy.
Exactly.
Well, here's the thing.
Who would still fall for that?
You didn't even mention she got defensive the first time you asked.
Yeah.
What did she say? You remember what she said?
What did she say?
About any data that shows who
she
you
asked.
are.
So he asked her for testimonial.
She was like, yeah, I don't want to get in. I usually don't get into people's I don't get into people's numbers and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, I'm not.
And she said, what don't you trust? She said, that was the thing. She was like, why?
Yes.
What don't you trust?
Yes. I don't know you, ma'am.
Yeah.
I don't know you. Like.
Now let's take a step back though. So she's an attractive girl. She plays professional soccer. And she has a I'm not going to call it fake confidence. All right. But this is one of the things I wanted to get into. There's a difference between like real confidence and like social media confidence. Right. And she was, the way that she came off to us was like this social media, like, or just loud, just loud. I'm gonna show my confidence by saying that, these consultant type words. And she said multiple times, well, I work fast. Like everything I do, like I make things happen fast. And it's like,
what'd you do yesterday?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like that doesn't to people who know business and are secure with themselves. That's a red flag, right?
Yeah.
So my point is, she has like 21K followers, but she has like 230 likes on her posts, or like 1,000 likes. That doesn't add up to me. And she said everything I've
paid for these followers, man.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like let's, yeah.
Keep it a buck.
Trust me.
She
you got 100K followers, but you got 75 likes on a picture. You do the math.
And she said everything I do is all authentic, organic. So after the call, we go look, and we're looking at these things, right? And we're like, that doesn't add up. None of this stuff adds up. So
the trust thing, that really like kind of ticked me off because I'm like, what do you mean? What do you not trust?
It's our first call.
Literally our first call, and you're guaranteeing all these numbers and all this stuff with nothing to back it up with. We're going off your word. I could have met Katie off the street, not knowing her, and she's giving me all, oh, that's great. But if she didn't have any real data to back that up, you're just blowing smoke. And that's what she was doing.
That's all it was.
You're just blowing smoke.
That's all it was. She watched like some video or took a course on something.
She took the YouTube course that come on between ads,
how to be a social media influencer. And that's just how she came off. So, here's the thing. You want to do business with people you like, trust, and respect.
It's that
simple.
It's that simple.
Simple. And this is for people, because when you guys get to, and we're not at a certain point, but we've been consistent.
It's almost like evaluation.
Yeah, we're looking for ways to get better, and some of you are gonna grow to the point where people are gonna reach out to you for their services, right? And you need to realize, like, you should never make a quick decision. If it's like a retail decision, I still recommend you don't make a quick decision. Like, even buying a car, apartments.
Just wait 7 days.
Just let the emotion.
Let them die down.
Let it die down and think logically. If you feel like you're having trouble or you don't have credibility, seek someone who does. But you got to think, like, do I trust this person, right? If you don't know them, that's going to take time. Even if you do know them, it still may take time because you may not trust them in that area. Like, there are certain people I've been cool with for a while. I will never do business with them.
Nope.
I told the story, I think, on here, and maybe it wasn't on here, but one of my teammates in college, he cheated the mile. He took a shortcut. We were running the mile. We're cool. I will never do anything with him. Can't trust him.
Fact.
Can't trust him. Do you respect them in this area, right? Meaning, do they have credibility? And we had a follow-up call with her on Friday, to discuss why we didn't go with her.
We also did some homework, but we not get into
Yeah, we did some other homework. There's some weird coincidences.
Yeah.
People validated who she is.
That's another thing. Check your sources. Reach out to the referrals.
Yeah, like you need a works cited list, just like we had in school, bibliography.
Yeah.
But we had a call with her, and I'm like, look, you came off like this was Shark Tank. And no disrespect to you. You are not Damon John. You are not Mark Cuban. So if you're going to say all the things you said to me and to us, you better have data to back it up. And then we have
data. You better have a website that has all this stuff. Like, again, nowhere to be found.
Yeah, and when we asked you this stuff, you got defensive, and it's like, these are normal questions that anyone is going to ask.
Dog, I should be hearing about your fans hitting me up because I talked to you.
Yeah. I don't care. All the flash, all the big words, again, she's an attractive female. Like, she has some credibility in sports. I don't care about all that stuff. And I told her this. I could respect your credibility. I could have some trust in what you're saying is true. If I don't like you, we're still not doing business with you. Period. And after the way you carried yourself, I don't even know if I like you. And I said all this stuff to her, right? Not in a rude way, but she wanted to be a straight shooter to us on the call. Like, all right, I'm going to be a straight shooter with you right now. Because, I mean, that's who I am in general. But long story short, she got on the call. You could tell she already kind of looked defeated. And, she was basically like, look, I like what you guys are doing.
Let the people know. You got on the call, one, in respect to yourself being, a good business person and letting that person know this is why. And you only did that because this could help her.
Right.
And you had the right heart to even do that after what we've felt about her.
Right, exactly. It was...
But you humbled yourself to still serve and help her. So I think that's a huge point that people should get out of that. Like, there's no hate.
Yeah, I don't dislike her.
There's no hate, but like, we're gonna keep it real with you. But you know, hey, this is something that can help you out because this is what we were looking for. And here's the thing, and E, you said this, like, people fall for that pitch. Like, you know, if you've been struggling to make decisions, like, now's the time to go for it. Why not start today? No, we're buttoned up.
If you do it, you can't put emotion in business.
Exactly. We're business savvy. We've got good business acumen. No, we're going to make strategic decisions because at the end of the day, this doesn't affect just me and you. This affects all of us, the team that we've built with this clock in stuff.
Right.
So, yeah, man, it's I don't like how people, you know, just take advantage of other people and, like you said, their emotions. And again, you gotta set your emotions aside, man, because a lot of times it's not true.
And she might listen to this episode, and you know, if she does, this might be the only episode she listens to because she probably thinks we're going to talk about it.
Hey, that's fine.
That's fine. Look,
that's fine.
I have nothing to hide.
These haters on my body, shake them all.
Come on, man. Shake them all. Come on.
That was tough. I like that.
You like that one? Shout out to Grussel, man.
Yeah,
That's a news one.
yeah.
Shout out to Grussel, man.
But yeah, like you said, man, it was, for me, it's the mature business thing to do.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we set up a call, and I'm going to give you feedback, real feedback, to help you. That wasn't my time to flex on her, because I could have really went in. But I was respectful. She appreciated, you know, the feedback. And hopefully she learns from it, because the main reason why we brought this up is don't let this social media stuff get it twisted. Like, I'll be honest with you. I've gotten more followers since we started the clock in thing than I, like, in a year span, than I ever had. That just doesn't matter to me. I don't care. It doesn't change anything. Like, you know.
That's why, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, that's why I hate when people are, like, glorifying these celebrities and, like, we got into this before, but, like, relationships and stuff. It's like, yo, you don't know what they go through, man.
Like, this Michael B. Jordan, Lori Harvey stuff, like, why are y'all so pressed?
I'll say this.
I am pressed.
I know y'all keep up with the news.
I am pressed.
I know.
I'm quite pressed for Lori Harvey.
That's fine. But, like, why are you so infatuated with their relationship and saying goals, and you don't know this because they're two attractive people.
Yeah, you don't know what they go through. And I'll give you a prime example: Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. They're not together anymore, and I guarantee you they had a lot of followers that were obsessed with their relationship, and they got these beautiful mixed babies.
They were goals,
all this stuff. Well. Goals this. Goals this.
Yeah.
Find some new goals. Yeah, it's just it's the society we live in now, man, and it's just not good for our mental and a lot of people's mental, because they care about it way too much.
And again, not judging anybody, but like there's a big difference between true confidence and virtual confidence.
She got all the confidence. She thought she was going to close the deal in 15 minutes.
Yeah,
15 minutes.
That's the ultimate confidence.
Yeah,
that's wild. But again,
it's worked though.
It goes down to the people that. Because I'll say this: the first thing she like asked us was like, "All right, well, you know, are you guys discouraged right now? Like,
what are you discouraged by right now?"
Yeah, and I'm like, I paused her. I'm like, there's none of that. Like,
she's looking for vulnerable people.
Exactly.
Desperate people.
Exactly.
And she said, and I called her out on this, not in that like way, but I said, look, you're probably used to dealing with people who just started out, who have never done anything like this, and you know, they maybe quit their job to focus solely on this, right? Like, we work 9 to 5s. We're not in a hurry. Yes, there's urgency. Like, we're putting in a lot of time. We want to see the rewards from it. But, you know, like I said, we do this stuff, transactional stuff, for our jobs every day. And she's like, yeah, I will say you guys are, you know, ahead of the clients I usually work with. And again, we're not perfect, but we have real confidence in who we are as people, and we're never going to sacrifice our values and morals for a profit.
No.
And the confidence, for being honest, comes from our spiritual background and you know who God,
who we have around us.
Who we have around us, exactly.
Because if it was just me doing the audio, I don't know if I had that same confidence though.
I can't even get the mic cord to stay in.
I saw a spark though, man. I saw a spark.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even get the
E,
mic set up right.
If E and E didn't hop on, I don't know if I got the same. I don't know if my chest was poking out like that, man.
That's a fact. Your team is everything, man. We definitely still wouldn't have felt for that, but
yeah, I'm playing.
But just like,
but I'm just saying, I believe in what we've done and what we're starting, and what we're going to continue to do. So we're not about to just fall for no trap.
Don't let profit or potential profit taint what you've built, right? Like you know who you are, you know what you want to do with it. If those things don't align, then don't rush it. Just trust the process, man. And one of the things I was gonna say is when it comes to like real confidence versus social media confidence, you know, I've been single for like 10 months now, right? And even the last time I was single, I experienced this. If you were to go off some of these people, and this is guys and girls, this is not focusing on one gender. I only have gone on dates with you know females. You know what I'm saying? It's the saying.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, like I see some of these women who post all these things. They come off as super confident over social media, over text. I meet them in person, and they can't even speak. They can't have a conversation. The amount of people who have said, "I'm just as funny as you," or like, you know, I'm probably funnier than you. We meet, no jokes.
Nope.
No jokes.
It's like
dry as the desert.
Coming to America. Whatever you like.
Exactly. It's like all that personality, all that confidence. Like when we face to face, that's when we're gonna see. And if you tell me you're funnier than me, cause I think I'm a funny guy, right? I'm gonna hold you to a high standard. I'm gonna hold you to a high standard. But even like, but again, like a lot of these women that I've like interacted with over the years, I see what you're posting on social media about all these different things, all these cool memes, you know, Justin LA Boy, Rod Hill, you know, all these, you know, relationship, you know, stuff. And it's like, y'all aren't like this in real life. Stop.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And I've heard a lot of women who have told me like, oh, you're actually the same in person as you are over text and I'm like, yeah,
that's how it should be.
And they were like, that's like, there are a lot of guys, they're super dull.
It's our first time.
Yeah, well, a lot of guys, again, they post this persona and you know, they're super charismatic and stuff, and over text, in person, the energy ain't the same. So it goes both ways.
You can tell the confidence and security level in someone's social media sometimes. It's very telling.
Because the people who are that confident don't have to post about being confident.
Exactly.
If you have to post, I'm this, I'm that, I'm a catch, I'm wifey, I'm husband material, I got money, all this stuff. The real people who are really confident, they don't talk about it.
No. Yeah, and
they don't.
If you're looking for social media to get your own personal confidence and value, you need to take a step back and reevaluate your life. Because I can guarantee you're not going to get that real fulfillment in yourself. If you're looking for social media for validation, you're not going to live the life that you're supposed to live on a personal level.
And you're more likely to fall for the persona that these people that you praise are actually confident.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like again, real recognized fake.
Yeah.
Real recognized fake. I did want to transition, and it's kind of related to what we talked about And it kind of ties into what we talked about with the Tom Brady focus episode. But, you know, if you're looking to succeed, man, you either have to join the successful system or you got to be the system.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the way I looked at it is you either bet on yourself, you bet on the system. When I say bet on the system, that means anybody could get in that system and succeed. Right? Or you bet on your fit.
If it's the right fit. Yeah,
or you bet on your fit in the system.
Yeah.
But there's some systems where it's like, all right, if I'm trying to lose weight, I need to burn more calories. I need to eat better. Like that's an overall system that like everyone can subscribe to. Now the way that you do that, that's betting on a system that fits for you, right? Mm-hmm. Or you got to bet on yourself, right? And there are a lot of systems out there. And that could be, you know, work-wise, business, you know, whatever. Like every industry has some type of blueprint. That doesn't mean it's the right blueprint for you. Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes you need to create a system that other people can feed into, right? And for example, Phil Jackson's triangle offense. That wasn't really. I mean, there were principles that were there, but I don't know why the audio keeps stopping on our end. But yeah, you know, there are principles that were set, but he created pretty much a system that Jordan leveraged. Because Jordan was the most talented guy to ever play the game. But without that system, he wasn't winning games.
Yep.
Right? So
he had to buy in to it.
Exactly.
And again, humble himself. Again, it's simple, man. Like, you have a humble heart, you know, things will just come to you. Rewards and blessings will come to you. But, you know, I forget the scripture, but basically it's saying, you know, when you humble yourself, like, what you ask, you know, you'll receive.
Yep.
And Jordan did that. He humbled himself because he was averaging 35, 36, like, getting all these individual awards. He wasn't getting these, though.
No.
In order to do that, he had to get with a Phil and buy into what, you know, what he believed was going to work. And he did, and he's the greatest player ever now.
And even though he had the opportunity to benefit from that system, he still needed a personal system that worked for him.
Yep.
Right? So that's the other thing. Like, the system can be great, but his workout regimen, even his off season, mm-hmm. you know, like a lot of players these days, man, they're hurt because they don't freaking stop playing for a month or two. Jordan did not play basketball from June until like September.
And all the AAU ball and all that.
AAU ball, like he didn't deal with all that. But you see all these players getting injured because during the season and even on the off season, there's a social media pressure that I have to work out. I got to show my workouts, right? And
you gotta go to the gym.
Alive, you dead.
Yeah, and so it's like, again, you know, like if you take social media away, would these players be working out 3-4 times a day during the off season? I don't know. I don't know.
Say, yeah, there'd be a big drop off.
Results. You would
there'd
see
be a big
it in
drop
other
off.
ways. You would just see it on the court.
See it. Yeah. Well, the clock in message is still relevant. Like you know, yeah, you got to clock in. But Jordan and a lot of these other guys who, you know, played for a while at a high level, they weren't in the gym a lot. Look at LeBron. Here's the thing. No one really knows what LeBron's summers are like. People didn't really know what Kobe's summers were like. Kevin Durant doesn't really post a ton. Kyrie Irving. Like, I mean, James Harden, like, you know, he'll post some stuff. But if you look at the top players in the league.
James in the strip club, dog.
Yeah, if you look at the top players.
He had a Drew League, and he in the strip.
Yeah, if you look at some of the top players in the league throughout history, no one really knows what their offseason looks like. They're not posting this stuff. And it's not that they're, you know, trying to hide that maybe they're not putting in the work. But
I think it's competitive advantage, too. I don't want you to see what I'm doing.
That's part of it.
I think they never
all
clock
those
out.
crazy drills that Curry does. Don't want you to see how he spins around in circles and shoots it on my life.
That's definitely part of it.
I can see like Kobe doing that. I can see MJ doing that. Being like, nah, I don't want you to see how I work out. You're not gonna take how I work out.
I often wonder like what Jordan would have been like in this era, dog, with the social media stuff. Like who he would have been. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's tough to say.
It's weird because, like, would he still be a groundbreaker? Like, when he came out, what he was doing was groundbreaking. Mm-hmm. So, like, would it be the same, or would he just fall in love?
I'm more talking about like the off the court stuff.
In order to be
like how was he gonna handle that?
In order to be Jordan, that's part of it now. It wasn't part of it back then.
Yeah,
he
didn't care about that.
He came up with the concept.
He would master
that we're talking about.
Yeah,
he's that type of person.
Yeah.
If I have to master how to be a social media, let's do it.
I think he would have figured it out.
Yeah.
You think he would have just applied it his style?
Because he wants to be great. Like that's part of greatness. Yeah. You can't be great without going in front of the camera.
Now you got to do it all now.
And he was in front of the camera.
But there's a reason why. I mean, not a reason why, but like, because you got to talk about all the political stuff now.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like you have to be in front of the camera in order to be great.
Yeah, and it's good that he wasn't in his era because Jordan wouldn't want to talk about that type of stuff, man.
He didn't care really. Yeah.
I won't say he didn't care, but he was so solely focused on the game. Like, I mean, he said it in The Last Dance, like, you know, with the governor or whatever. Like when they didn't vote for, he said Republicans buy sneakers too, right? Like he would have got killed in today's climate.
Yeah, they would have.
He would have got killed. But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm glad he wasn't, but I do wonder. It's like, how would that have, you know, tainted his legacy? But I mean, LeBron's a GOAT, so.
LeBron is?
Huh?
LeBron is what?
What's next?
Yeah, we got like 5-10 minutes, but yeah, man. I was talking to someone this week, and we were talking about this, like dealing with this life's curveballs, right? And they were like, you know, I'd rather not have high expectations so I can basically brace for the letdown, you know, when life hits. And I'm like, I can't really live like that.
Wait, say that again?
Is that really like
say that again?
Basically, I don't want to have high expectations because I know that, like, life is going to hit and there's things that I can't control. So I don't get my hopes up too high, basically, so I can brace for the disappointment. You know what I'm saying? And
that's insecurity and lack of confidence. That's all that is.
You're really hurting yourself.
You're not living.
Yeah, that's
not really.
That's just lack of confidence.
That's a poor form of self-care.
I was just like, I can't really relate to that.
This was a coworker.
Was it a coworker?
Too many questions. You're asking too many questions. Just tell me he's asking too many questions.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
The best
I mean, it don't really matter. It don't really matter.
An acquaintance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an acquaintance. Yeah.
I was just curious, like, yeah, I don't know.
It was, but I mean, the topic came up, man.
I can see, like, you may not want to expect so much, but like you gotta have goals and like
you can
shoot for the stars.
Greatness, yeah.
So
you want to set realistic expectations.
Yeah, I guess more realistic.
You don't want to be far fetched.
Yeah, so it wasn't even like a goal thing. It was more so like, you know, when I do set a goal, or, you know, when when I have a situation where I can say like, all right, I'm excited that this thing is gonna happen for me. I don't get my hopes up too high, so that
there's a balance.
So I think there's a balance.
Never high, never
like,
too low.
I'm gonna graduate, or is it like?
Yeah, I think there's
I'm gonna get out the hood, or is it gonna like what is it? It's gotta have context.
Yeah, there's levels. But here's my thing: like, this guy isn't the most popular guy, but I do like his messages. Joel Osteen, he's a famous like mega church pastor or whatever. He has this message about the power of expectation, basically. And one of the things he talks about is instead of a lot of people are either on one end of the spectrum, they set a goal, and it's almost like they expect all the bad things that are gonna happen. They think about, all right, I'm gonna set this goal, but like I'm not really expecting to hit it. And there's other people who
what could go wrong instead of what could be right.
Exactly, and there are other people who, they think about, fantasize about the thing that is gonna happen, right? But they don't really think about the reality of how to hit that goal, right? So he gave an example when he was like, there was this woman who was trying to lose weight, and she bought all these dresses that were like way too small, right? But in her mind, she was like, I expect to be in those dresses. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
Faith.
He also talked about.
Did she ever get into the dress?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did. And there's another.
Focusing on the wrong.
And there's a story of
Yo, Nick, he was like,
there's
is she fraud or no?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Too much information.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that, but then you got to put in the work. You got to clock in.
Did she ever get into it, or she just bought them and now she gave them away?
Yeah, and it's not that you have to do that to like hit your goal, but it's just more so like the mentality that like I expect to do this, right? Putting your back against the wall to actually do the action. There was 2 other stories he gave. One was there was a woman whose like husband just left, right, just out of nowhere, and she would like put a plate out for him every night at dinner. This is I expect him to come back, right?
He said he was going to the store. Or...
Nah, I don't know. I mean, they were having issues and he just left. And apparently this is a true story. And I don't know why he left. I don't know the.
Yeah, it's time to go, man.
I don't know the background, but I was like, but apparently the dude came back. You know what I'm saying? That's a wild story. I don't know how true it is.
What is he doing?
Yeah,
I don't know what Slim did, man.
I need more info on that.
Chick-fil-A line, bro.
yeah, exactly.
He was trying to get dinner, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
trying to switch it up on her.
Yeah.
She put the plate out.
But yeah, it's just like how do you balance having the confidence that a goal is going to happen, but also not like being realistic at the same time. I don't think it's not in, depends on the context, but it's not an easy balance, I think, sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But you definitely shouldn't expect the worst.
No.
I know a lot of
results. You shouldn't expect results.
Yeah,
if you
otherwise,
say you're gonna do something, just do it.
Yeah. Otherwise, how can you expect results? You
gotta
gotta take the first step.
I think expectations can go wrong when you're, I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna make $1 million off of it.
Yeah. Fear crushes.
I think
all that.
What people should realize is like when you do set a major goal or something like that, like you gotta fall in love with like the process and who you're becoming as you're chasing that goal. Because maybe you don't reach that goal, but through that journey, you found out about yourself, you found out different skill sets, and from there it's like, I didn't achieve the goal that I set, but I now have another goal that I think, I could do this. So that's where like the process comes into play,
right.
Man. Like people understand, man, we want to get to new heights with this podcast. We want to be the number 1 podcast in the world. Maybe we don't get there, but maybe Eric gets a deal out of this. Maybe Nico, you get better from this. We might get into another space. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
because we're focused on
the
right thing,
the right things, the craft, us getting better, and ultimately, man, that's what it's about. It's about the journey.
Yep.
This is what we show people when we go on calls.
Yeah.
Here's episode 6 when we started. This is episode 33.
It's the journey, man.
It's immeasurable.
The difference.
It's the journey.
And I think you brought up a good point. This is what I'll end with before we close with a couple things. You said who you're becoming, right? And I think what a lot of people, and including myself, like have to think about is when you set a goal, not just like what's the process, but who do I need to be ready to hit that goal and sustain it.
Yeah.
Going back to what I said a couple weeks ago, the Tiger Woods thing. Some people aren't ready for that goal. Mm-hmm. They're not ready to hit it. Personally, like if God blessed them with that thing, they wouldn't be ready to handle it. So I think there's a.
I had something I was gonna add.
There's a balance, but it'll come to you, man. But yeah, like also think about that. Like, who do you need to be who do I need to be to hit all the goals I said I'm going to hit this year, right? That's something that I got to think about daily. So there's a strategy part. There's obviously an expectation and mentality part, but there's also you got to grow yourself.
Yeah. Because here's the thing, man, and this is just in life. You know, when you get to a certain level, it's infinite. It's always going to be, all right, what's next? What's next? And if you live like that, then you don't really fulfill yourself of like, you know, this is where I started and this is where I became as a person. Like Jordan or Brady's got 7 rings, right? You know, he's going to, all right, let's get 8, let's get 9, let's get 10. But if he doesn't understand, like, yo, this is what I've done as a person, who I've affected, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've lived a life. And it wasn't because, I was chasing the rings and all that stuff, but, like, if I don't get number 8 or 9, I'm okay with it because I can pass it down to my youngins and they can achieve greatness or strive to achieve greatness. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you just got to it's an understanding of becoming the best person you can be.
Yep.
And
clock in.
That's what it's about.
Clock in.
That's it, man. That's
it. You know what I'm saying?
I got to end on that. But a couple quick notes. So there's a girl I know from college. She's been tagging the Clock In Pod and me for like the last 3 months. Her name's Allie O'Brien. She went to Farron with me for a couple years from Leesburg, which is in the area. She actually had heart surgery on Thursday. She's doing well, and I think she has to maybe get another surgery just to finish some things up. But just prayers for her, speedy recovery. For sure. So if you don't see her tagging, that's why. Also prayers for the state of Texas, dealing with a lot of power outages and stuff going on with the weather, you know, just messing up people's world, you know. So prayers for Texas. And what's today? Today's the
21st, I think.
All right, we'll save Clock and MVP for next week.
Yeah,
save it for next week. But shout out to Andrew.
Yes, sir, man.
Appreciate you coming, man. Shout out to Katie. Appreciate you coming.
KCQ.
Russ. Appreciate you as always, man. Neek, Mr. Fully. Appreciate you, man. Nip. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being quiet today, man. You did a good job today, man.
Appreciate the haters, man. Appreciate the haters. Episode 33, man. Clock in, we here.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
How you gonna take us out, man? We got a flight to catch, don't we? We got a flight
y'all out like that. I'm gonna take y'all out like that. You got a flight, man.
We got a flight to catch.
These haters on my body, shake them all.
Buckle up, man.
All my mommy
Airplane. See you at the top, man. See you at the peak.
Clock in.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Clock in.
Yes, sir. Russ, you a fool for this one. Yeah.
That's all I got.
I was thinking about y'all earlier. Half-bar flow.
Half-bar flow.
Yeah, I do this every episode.
Yeah.
Because John just made you want to rap, dog.
Y'all should compete.
We're gonna have
make you want to rap.
That's gonna be a part of the
Battle of the brothers.
yeah, that's gonna be a part of the additional content.
Yeah, Patreon.
Check out
Hey, but for real, appreciate y'all coming.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Hope y'all enjoyed it, man. There you go. Yeah. So you know every day you gotta clock in. What day you guys drop episode? Tuesday.
Yeah, we put in work and here's the proof. What you want?
I'm making moves, punching in.
I'm on it too.
I'm in the gym.
I'm in the stew.
It's hunting season.
Where's the food?
We push each other daily, level up.
Cause that's what brothers do.
Clock in.